Now, let's have a look at what Donald Trump has had to say about this in his 60 Minutes interview.
Zoran Mandami, 34-year-old Democratic socialist. He's the
communist, not socialist, communist. He's far worse than a socialist.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better looking person than him, right?
But what if Mandami becomes mayor?
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York because if you have a communist running New York, all you're doing is wasting the money you're sending there. So I don't know that he's won, and I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's a complicated contest, Kristin, of course, not just Democrat versus Republican, because the former Democrat governor, Andrew Cuomo, who was knocked out of the primaries for the Democrats by Zoran Mamdani, he's running as an independent. Is he the hope for the side? Is he the hope for a sensible left candidate, or is it all over?
Well, I suppose he's the only hope the sensible Democrats have, which is really pathetic because he did a terrible job during COVID.
Yeah.
He's the one who was responsible for the deaths of so many elderly New Yorkers who were living in nursing homes at the time. But these wealthy New Yorkers who have been supporting Democrats for years are now seeing the results of the policies that they themselves have been giving money to. And now so many of them are preparing to leave New York City because of what is happening. I was just looking at a poll before we went on air on the Daily Mail. About almost 800,000 New Yorkers of the 8 million who live there, 8 million people who live there, are actually saying they are most likely going to leave New York City if Mamdani gets elected. That would be pretty catastrophic for New York to leave that kind of population, especially since, as we discussed last week, the top 1% of New Yorkers pay 48% of the city's income tax revenue. So a lot of people will be leaving New York if this happens. And what's crazy about that is a lot of those people preparing to flee are the ones who have been supporting the Democrats and giving money to causes that led to the rise of this candidate and others like him.
Yep, we will see what happens. As you know, I was lucky enough to spend Christmas in New York with my family last year. I'm glad we got that one in before things went south. Let's hope for the best.
Yes. Yeah, New York's a great city, and I sure hope to see it, stay that way. I've lived in New York myself. I have family members there. It's a shining beacon of hope in the United States, and it would be so tragic to see it become another one of these burned out, destroyed cities due to disastrous leadership.
Thanks for joining us again, Kristin.
Thank you, Chris.